Welcome to my channel with me, Emily D, and I'm so happy you're here. So today is Makeup Monday, ladies, and I'm going to collab with Glitzzy Gem. And for this Monday, we'll be using the Fall Edit palette. So my palette has been scratched. Okay, but anywho, these are the shades in there. Very pretty, natural shades. Beautiful for fall time. There's even like purpley kind of shades, so this is a very pretty palette. Alright, so let's get into this look. I'm going to start with this very fluffy brush. This is the AOA Studio E126, and I'm going to go into the shade called Knit. That is this kind of, I would say, pinky brown. It is not, I don't know, it's not pink or brown when I put it on the eye. It kind of looks mauvey. So that is going to go above my crease. And I barely dipped the brush in there, very little, because I don't want it to be too bold. But I'm very happy with the look that I created. I'm excited to see what Glitzzy Gem is going to do with this palette, because this is a 246 pan palette. Okay, so that shade is all buffed out up there. Alright, so now I'm going to grab this brush. This one is a Left Craft Beauty brush, and it is in the number 3. So this one is more domed, and I'm going to go into the shade called Fall Edit. And that is this pretty kind of purpley plum shade there. And that is going to go right into the crease. I'm barely tipping the little tip of the brush, just a tiny tip, so I can create that line, the crease. I don't want to put too much. These shades were very pigmented, so I'm glad I started with small bits on the other eye, because then this could turn into a hot mess. I'm very happy to be using this palette. This is my first time using it, so I will give my first impressions. The shimmers went on very nicely when I did my other eye as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna buff that in just a little bit better. And I do want it to come up like this eye. I could see the purpley coming out here. So let's just swirl that up a little higher. There we go. Alright, so my baby is taking a nap. Well, I hope he sleeps for the night, but he did go to sleep pretty early this time. Usually it's around 8 p.m. he goes to bed, and today he went to bed around 7:20. So he was really tired. I tried keeping him up as late as I could, as long as I could. I'm going back in with the first brush and just buffing in that line. Okay, so now I'm going to get this Match brush. This one is just a tiny little round brush. It is pretty dense. And I'm going to go into this shade called Tailored. And Tailored is this deep brown there. So that very deep brown is going to get packed here on my outer corner of the eye. And I'm going to try to take it up just a little bit, not too much. And I am just getting little dips of the color on the brush. I don't want to put too much on the brush. And this is coming on the inner corner as well. Okay, so I think this will be a beautiful palette, not just for fall, but like for winter as well, because it kind of does have purple hue to this deep brown. It blends very nice with that purple shade. And I'm just going to connect the little line right in the center, very lightly. I don't want to take away any of that purple there. Okay, so there's that. And I'm just gonna buff it a little bit in the outer corner. Alright, so I'm gonna go back in with that purple brush just to blend in that crease. Okay, so now the middle of my lid is blank. I'm gonna go into the shade called Trench. And Trench is this beautiful shimmer there, right here. I don't even know what I would call that shimmer. It kind of looks purple, but when I applied it to the eye, it kind of came out more like a natural kind of color. It's very pretty. So that is going to come here, right on the center of my lid. And this shimmer did lay down very nicely. I did not apply any tacky primer at all. So they were very nice shimmers. And it just completely covers up that deep brown. So I'm going to go back in with the deep brown just to really blend in that little edges touching there. Let's dip into it. Just one little dip just to try to blend out those shimmer. Alright. So there is the eyelid. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the lower lash line. And I'm going to go back into Tailored, which was that very deep brown shade. And this one is a Coastal Scents brush. It's just a tiny little flathead brush. And Taylor is going to go right along the lower lash line, just on this outer portion of the eye and on the inner portion of the eye. The lower lash line. I am just going to fade it just like how I did to the top. So this is just going on the outer and the inner, just as I did to the lid. So now I'm going to go back into Fall Edit, which was that purpley plum shade. This is just an angled brush. This one doesn't have any name to it, so any generic little angled brush would work. I'm going to buff that into the lower lash line. One eye always comes out a little bit wider, so I'm just going to go ahead and add some more here. I don't know why it does that. I guess it's just the way I apply it. So let's buff it into that brown, and I did just take that throughout my whole lower lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into that shimmer called Trench, and that shade is going to go right in the center of my lower lash line. And I'm just using the same brush that I use for all over my lid, right in the centerpiece, because it was a little flat brush, like a packer brush. So that is just going right in the center in the lower lash line. So now for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to go into the shade called Staple. Staple is this beautiful shimmer right here. Very pretty. So that one is going to go on my inner corner, and that will also be my brow bone highlight as well. So let's get it packed in there. I think this shade would just be pretty all over the lid, just with like kind of a purple outer corner, or even that plaid shade, that orangey kind of shade. That would go very pretty. So I am taking it just a little bit in the lower lash line and a little bit onto the lid to give it a little highlight. Okay, so now let's go. Oh, that tiny little pencil brush I used. This was the AOA Studio E134. So I'm going to get this Madge brush. This one is fluffy and oval. I'm going into staple one more time, and this is going to be for my brow bone. So this is the complete eye look. It was very easy to create this look. I did have fun playing with this palette. So I'm going to go, I am going to tight line my top lashes with this Eye Method Beauty. So that's going to go across the top lash line. I'm going to put on mascara and I'll be right back. So this is the final eye look with the tight line and my mascara. I'm very happy with this halo eye look, or spotlight eye, however you would like to call it. So for my mascara, I applied this Blink Lash Primer, which it is drying out on me. And then I applied this Level Up by Aroma Beauty, and I really do like the wand on this mascara. It is a very nice fuzzy bristled wand, so it really gets into your lashes, and I think this is almost empty on me as well. So I hope you enjoyed this look come together, and please see what Glitzzy Gem is going to create with the Fall Edit palette by Estate. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a great day. Bye.